The 2016 World Series does not feature your San Francisco Giants in an even year. There's no repeat for the Kansas City Royals. Big spenders in the LA Dodgers, Boston Red Sox, and New York Yankees are not here either. This is the one World Series that the casual fan can feel good about. The Cubbies haven't won the World Series since 1908, and this is their first pennant since 1945. The Indians have not won a World Series since 1948. Something's got to give. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we take a look at 5 reasons why each team will win the World Series and end its drought. Number 5, Chicago Cubs rising through the pressure. Some players and teams always seem to crack under the playoff pressure. Hello, David Price. But not this Cubs team. They had an epic 9th inning comeback in Game 4 of the NLDS and won 3 games in a row after falling behind 2-1 in the NLCS to the Los Angeles Dodgers. These Cubs are full of swagger. And unlike the 2003 Cubs, they didn't blow away an easy trip to the World Series. Number 5, Cleveland Indians, momentum. Sometimes it's all about momentum. The Indians are rolling. They swept the heavily favored Boston Red Sox and shut down the league's #1 offense. They took out the Toronto Blue Jays in 5 games, even though the Jays were said to have the American League's best rotation. Cleveland is soaring through the playoffs, going 7-1 and making it all look too easy. If that momentum carries over into the Fall Classic, the Cubs may have to wait another year or more for their drought to end. Number 4, Chicago Cubs destiny. The Cubs went all the way to the NLCS last year, which surprised many. They were swept by the New York Mets, however. In 2016, they ran away with the NL Central. As the longtime bully of the division, the St. Louis Cardinals had no fighting chance. The Cubs ended the giant streak of winning the World Series every even year by beating them in the NLDS. Then in the NLCS, they took out the Dodgers after trailing in the series. They've broken half of the jinx by reaching their first World Series since 1945. But do you really think they're satisfied with just that? Number 4, Cleveland Indians also destiny. Now on the flip side, Cleveland was the one city everyone made fun of because of how much their sports teams always lost. But then the Cavaliers won the NBA championship in 2016, and now the Indians are looking to follow up. Cleveland's ridiculously awesome play cannot be ignored throughout this series. They've out-hit the best lineups and out-pitched the best pitching staffs. They aren't fazed by the pressure either. Maybe their streak is more bound to end than the Cubs. Number 3, Chicago Cubs Aroldis Chapman. The man who's thrown the fastest ever pitch recorded in the majors is heating up at the right time. In 26.2 innings pitched with the Cubs in the regular season, he posted 16 saves, a .83 whip, and a ridiculous 1.01 ERA. Let's ignore a couple of bad innings he's had in the playoffs. He still has 3 saves, 10 strikeouts, and just 3 earned runs in 8 playoff innings. If the Cubs have the lead late in the game, you know they have this man to turn to. Number 3, Cleveland Indians Andrew Miller. Advantage, Cleveland. Chapman is great, but what about Andrew Miller? The ALCS MVP has been virtually unhittable in the playoffs. 11.2 innings pitched, only 5 hits allowed, 21 strikeouts, a .60 whip, and an ERA of 0.0. It doesn't matter how good the Cubs are, Miller embarrassed Boston's and Toronto's stacked lineups, and he made it look easy. Hard for us to believe the Cubs will be able to break this unstoppable force. Number 2, Chicago Cubs balanced lineup. Now here's something that Cleveland will have a challenge with. They faced a Jays lineup that could really only hit home runs to save their lives. There was no small ball or contact hitting of any kind. Here are the Cubs who can pile up walks, singles, doubles, and home runs. Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo each hit .292 in the regular season, with 39 and 32 home runs respectively. Dexter Fowler hit .276. Ben Zobrist hit .272 with 18 home runs. Addison Russell added 21 homers. What's also scary? The Cubs have blazing speed around the bases. They can steal a lot of bases. This might be too much for Cleveland to overcome. Number 2, Cleveland Indians reliable rotation. The Indians went with a 3-man rotation against Boston, swept them. Trevor Bauer had to leave the first inning of Game 3 against Toronto with a bleeding finger. Cleveland still rolled to victory. Ryan Merritt, who pitched 11 innings in the regular season, shut down the Jays in Game 5. Though Cleveland's rotation has been badly banged up in the playoffs, they keep finding ways. There's a solution to every problem, and they always seem to find it. And number 1, Chicago Cubs, the rotation. The Cubs had far and away baseball's top pitching staff. They posted an overall ERA of 3.15, the best in baseball. John Lester is money in the playoffs and went with 19-5 with a 2.44 ERA in the regular season. John Lackey went 11-8 with a 3.35 ERA. Jake Arrieta went 18-8 with a 3.10 ERA. Kyle Hendricks went 16-8 with a 2.13 ERA. And as we've seen, their rotation is lights out in the playoffs too. The Cubs have posted an overall ERA of 2.93, with an opponent's batting average of .228. Pitching wins championships, and they got it. And number 1, Cleveland Indians home advantage. Here's the thing, the Cubs look better statistically, and Cleveland has been more dominant in the playoffs. But thanks to the American League winning this year's All-Star game, the Indians get home advantage in the playoffs. Cleveland is 4-0 at home in the postseason. It's easier said than done, but if they can't win at Wrigley, they'll have a chance to win 4 home games at Progressive Field. For what it's worth, the Indians were 53-28 at home. Chicago was 46-34 on the road. If the Indians win, it'll be because they took advantage of those same rowdy fans who helped the Cavs end the city's championship drought earlier this year. Who do you think wins the World Series? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.